everyone decided to throw a secret midnight party to escape the dull routine of life, but Miss G, in the corner, was glaring with jealousy, as if autumn leaves had pricked at her heart. Under the innocent glow of Fima, Miss G looked like a lost cat utterly out of place. She seemed like an old piece of furniture, creating a ridiculous contrast against the vibrant scene before her during that party-filled midnight. The girls parted like there was no tomorrow, trying to drown the noise in booze, as they glamorously did Fima's makeup like they were preparing her for a makeover show. The soft night lights shimmered, revealing the vibrant colors of youth like a rainbow. They sipped drinks like kids trying to be adults, their eyes growing dreamy as they swapped naive ideas about men. Before they knew it, the conversation took a philosophical turn discussing men, sharing their innocent dreams. Meanwhile, Miss G was lurking in the shadows downstairs like a ghost, feeling more helpless than ever. Giving in to her fantasies, Miss G finally found the courage to chase the girls away. This was her brave moment. She loved to dream, so she wanted to let others dream too, as the girls twirled drunkenly without a care in the world. Suddenly, Miss G barged in, startling the girls back to sobriety, while Fima was utterly out of it. Miss G noticed this. Pretending to be caring, she took Fima to room 4, sitting at the edge of the bed, gently wiping her makeup as if giving her a medical emergency rescue. The grand language she usually flaunted took on a different kind of possessiveness now, with Fima seemingly morphing into the body of her dreams. Fima embodied the perfect person G had always dreamed of, both distant and so desperately desired, the target G had yearned for. Miss G lost herself in her twisted emotional landscape, resorting to almost mad methods. The unthinkable happened to Fima, and as fate would have it, a passerby named Day witnessed it all, and in that moment, Day felt her little universe collapse, her face stunned and disbelieving, as jealousy burned within. Confusion about her own ignorance of sexuality wrapped around her mind like invisible hands. Fima realized she had been violated, her eyes blazing with determination to expose Miss G's ugly truth. Oblivious girl saw only the mess between the two, confused and helpless, completely missing the truth. As false rumors wildly spread among the crowd, Miss G found herself feeling a profound sense of helplessness. Realizing she was a bug at school, she pondered how to suppress the incident. If she left, she wouldn't know where to go. She feigned innocence, claiming to be terrified of the rumors about Fima. If this got any bigger, she'd have to leave school and return to her old reckless life, but hearing this, everyone suddenly panicked. Her family's love had long since abandoned her, and for years she had lived in Miss G's shadow. If Miss G left, it would be like another betrayal for them. They couldn't let that happen. So, they shared the distorted truth with the girls and the diving team, and then they stormed in like warriors to confront Fima, who was at a loss for words. Yesterday's friend had turned into her assailant today. She struggled desperately, shouting, but her cries were drowned out by the noise like a tiny fly buzzing. As time passed, she could barely breathe, her face growing paler, until that moment. It was only then that Di felt panic, hurriedly handing the respirator to Miss G before fleeing, unaware that this decision of hers will make her regret for her whole life. My beautiful child, my beautiful daughter. I feel this world is truly dull. Just go to bed and sleep, go and sleep. Fima finally took her last breath, and only then did Miss G push the respirator back into her hand, looking like she was trying so hard but ultimately powerless. She pretended to be in the middle of a rescue, but the first to return, Di, happened to witness it all. Before Di could panic, Miss G shot her deadly clear that silenced any scream. Cries filled the dorm, and no one had thought about murder. Di quietly recounted everything she had witnessed to the others. Startled and angry, everyone confronted Miss G, yet all she wanted was to cover it all up and restore her lovely dreams. Unfortunately, this time she stumbled. The girls saw through her tricks and tore off the red ribbons from their waists, severing ties with Miss G. Miss G cursed the girls, weakly whimpering. It was just her last desperate struggle. What was more heartbreaking was the principal chose to cover up the incident to protect the school's reputation, claiming that Fima died from an asthma attack. This tragedy was buried in darkness forever, and in the end, Miss G was dismissed under the pretext of a vacation. Too scared to go anywhere else, she rented a room at a dingy motel near the campus, where a shabby bedside table still held her scant personal items. a reflection of her empty and pitiful existence. Those few items were all she had left, while the team received a letter left for them. Carrying the perfume Fiamma gifted her and a travel guide, she set off to see the world, that girl who had lived in Miss G.'s lies. After all that drama, she miraculously found courage to pursue her desires and freedom. Ultimately, Crux is really a story about cowardice and courage, all stemming from Miss G.'s daydream about bravery, while Fiamma had all the elements to challenge Miss G: beauty, smarts, elegance, and, more importantly, she came from a real and open world. In contrast, Miss G grew up in an isolated school, entirely ignorant of the outside world, with all her knowledge coming solely from books.